I'm Anil Kumar. Here is first question on permutations and organized counting. The question here is, how many two-digit numbers can be formed with following restrictions? A, using digits 1 to 9, and B is using digits 0 to 9. Let us see how to solve such questions. So we need a two-digit number. So let us say these are the two digits. We have to use numbers from 1 to 9. Now in numbers, we can repeat these numbers, right? So we'll assume that repetition is allowed, right? Now whenever repetition is allowed, we use general counting principles. We do not use permutation. Remember that. If repetition is not allowed, then we use permutations. Okay. So let's say these are the two digits. Now in tens place, 1 to 9, you can use all 9 numbers, right? There are total 9 numbers. So we say in this place we can use 9 numbers. Now since repetition is allowed, here also we can use any of those 9 numbers, right? Suppose if you use 1 here, you can use 1 here also. 11 is a genuine number, right? Now, so that means we'll use the counting principles. There are 9 ways to fill in tens place. There are 9 ways to fill in ones place. So the total number of possibilities, or when you count them, will be 9 times 9, which is 81, correct? So using 1 to 9 digits, we get 81 numbers. Perfect. Let's do the next one. It's kind of same, but here we have introduced 0 also. So we're talking about all the numbers, correct? So now in this case, in tens place, if I use 0, I actually land up with not 2-digit numbers, it's 1 digit. So in tens place, we have option to put only 1 to 9 numbers. So there are 9 possible numbers which you can fill with on tens place. In the ones place, however, all 10 can be used, right? So using the counting principles, which is like product of these two, 9 times 10, we get answer as 90 numbers, correct? And from knowledge, we can actually check the answer, right? So numbers from 10, like 10, 11, 12 to 98, 99. So these numbers are indeed 90 numbers. Is that okay? Now in this case, what have we missed? We have not include 0, right? And therefore, that is 90 numbers. Take away which ones? Numbers like 10, 20, 30 to 90. Do you see that? So we take away those many numbers, which is 9. So 90 minus 9 is 81. So that kind of checks that the answer is correct. Is it okay? So the answer for the first one is 90. 81 for the first one and 90 for the next one. So that is how we can find answers of such questions. Now here is a question for you. See. So we'll say using digits 1 to 9, let's say, using digits 1 to 9 without repetition, how many numbers, how many two-digit numbers can you make, right? So now I've added one more option. How many two-digit numbers can be formed with following restriction? The restriction is using digits 1 to 9 without repetition, right? So you can pause the video, answer this one. We'll follow the same strategy. Two digits, 1 to 9. In the tens place, you can place any of these 9 numbers. However, since the repetition is not allowed, you have 8 options for ones place, and our answer is 9 times 8, which is 72, right? So there are 72 numbers where repetition is not allowed. That is to say, numbers like 11, 22, 33, 99, right? So we take away those 9 numbers to get this. Is it okay? Repetition not allowed. In that case, we get that as our answer. Now, if repetition is not allowed, you can always use permutations. That's the whole idea. So you have 9 numbers, right? So from 9, we have to fill in 2 digits. 9p2 is another way of writing the same thing and getting your answer. So whenever repetition is not allowed, you can use permutations. From 9 numbers, we have to make groups of 2, right? Now, the position of each matters, is that order matters. Therefore, permutation is the answer. And 9p2 is 9 factorial divided by 9 minus 2 factorial. As you know, 9 factorial means 9 times, 8 times, 7 times, 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. 9 minus 2 is 7 factorial, right? 7 factorial means, let me write 7 times, 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. And clearly, you can cancel these, right? You land with 9 times 8, the same answer, and so 72. Is that okay? Same answer. So it's kind of a shortcut method. So we can use permutations whenever repetition is not allowed. And we'll use counting principles when repetition is allowed. Is it okay? Counting principles can be used here also, to be very frank. So counting principles in general can be used anywhere, but permutations can be used when repetition is not allowed, right? So as an exercise, what you can do is, you can do part B without repetition. Is it okay? So that is your question. How many 2-digit numbers can be found using digits 0 to 9 without repetition? That means numbers like 11, 22, etc. are not valid, right? Since you cannot repeat a digit twice, more than once. Is it okay? So that is how we actually find the numbers, or we do the counting of different options. I'm Anil Kumar, and I hope that helps. You can go through this playlist. There are many variety of questions which we are talking about, and I think you will understand all different types of questions which you should be aware of under this topic. I'm Anil Kumar, and I hope that helps. Feel free to share, subscribe, and like my videos. Thank you, and all the best.